I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Network. Well, we're going to talk about Elon Musk and Jimmy Kimmel because Jimmy Kimmel got his feelings hurt. He's all up in his feelings. He's crushed. He's a damn beta is what he is. But he's crushed because as many of these Hollywood elites and these Democrats and these leftists are finding out, they are losing control of the narrative. Twitter was such an ally to them, such a powerful force for them, and now that playing field is slowly but surely being leveled out by Elon Musk, they're starting to panic. Now, it's hard to believe that there was a time when Jimmy Kimmel portrayed himself as an everyday dude, just a dude. Him and Adam Carolla used to host a show called The Man Show, and it had women in bikinis in it, and they, at the end of the show, the women would jump on trampolines in their bikinis and flannel shirts and man this and man that and rah, 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 rah. I mean, what you would think was sort of like alpha male shit, right? But then you got Jimmy Kimmel. He's a total and complete beta, and he's losing his mind. He's losing his mind because Elon Musk, well, you know, Elon Musk is evening the playing field, and Elon Musk put out his pronouns the other day. Does anybody remember this? His pronouns are prosecute Fauci. Absolutely hilarious because it's a twofold issue. He makes fun of the wokes and the bullshit pronoun stuff, and he also makes fun of the fact that, look, we all know Fauci, and, you know, I'm showing this on the screen right now, but we'll just look real fast. I mean, look at this. DeSantis is petitioning Florida Supreme Court. They're going to do investigations into the coronavirus vaccine, carditis, I guess is what it's really called. Side effects from the vaccine. Of course, there's been all kinds of numbers and facts come out now about lockdowns and mask mandates, what it's done to schools, how far kids have fell back in the learning process. You know, they're talking about there's going to be issues with kids being able to, you know, decipher facial expressions and body language and all kinds of things because people wore masks so long, and you had all these businesses that went out of business. People had to leave Democratic states. Small businesses were crushed, never to return again over Fauci and his policies. And look, Elon sent out a shot at Fauci, talk about prosecute Fauci. And Jimmy Kimmel got his ass all ruffled up, his beta cringy ass. He looks like he does his monologues now with tears in his eyes.
The new world's greatest boss, Elon Musk, announced that his Twitter will soon increase their character limit from 280 characters to 4,000, and will be changing the name of the company to Facebook as well. Elon Musk seems to be intent on filling the troll hole vacated by Donald Trump, because yesterday he wrote, "My pronouns are..."
By the way, Kimmel's got a massive world-class case of raw-ass TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. He hates Trump, too.
He wrote, "My pronouns are prosecute and Fauci," which, on top of being small-minded, lowest common denominator garbage and spreading false and dangerous conspiracy theories against a doctor who works for our good, is also just a terrible joke. It's like a joke generated by AI. It doesn't make any sense. The structure's wrong, doesn't rhyme with anything relevant. No, there are too many syllables. It's exactly the kind of joke you'd expect from a guy who named his son after the bottom row of an eye chart. But for some reason,
I'm going to go after Elon's kid because that makes me pretty manly, isn't it?
People like it. This weekend, a young guy came up to me, very nice guy. He said, "You got no love for Elon, bro?" And I was like, I said, "No, I don't, but it's not just Elon specifically. I have a problem with any richest man in the world who comes to this country to casually slander a doctor who devoted his entire life to protecting our children from HIV and COVID and Zika and swine flu and Ebola disease while you're off playing grab ass with Trump and firing rockets into space to prove your penis works."
Okay, so he believes that somehow he's got it more figured out than everybody else, right? Jimmy Kimmel a cringy ass comedian that that I can tell you right now, and I'll just show this to you. I did a video on this back when it broke. Jimmy Kimmel has lost over half of his viewers. He's lost over half of his viewers. Why? Because he went after Trump. And he went after common sense Americans. And he went after everyday folks. The very people that his old show, The Man Show, targeted. Regular people, common sense Americans, blue collar folks. And it's shit like he just talked about involving Elon and the fact that he's got his panties in such a wad over the fact that Elon made a joke on prosecute Fauci and made fun of pronouns. That Kimmel's bitch ass has got to get bent out of shape and take a shot at Elon's kid on top of it. But this hurt his feelings so bad, and that's why he's lost over half of his ratings. My God, I cannot understand some of these comedians, these Hollywood elites, and whatever's happened to him. Okay, I mean, it's like he got some success when his particular show right here started blowing up, and it's in typical cringy, prototypical leftist fashion in Hollywood. He turned his testicles in at the door when he walked in. We've seen a lot of that lately, right? They don't like Elon. They don't like Trump. They don't like alpha males. James Cameron has turned his testicles in. The man that created and made Aliens and Terminator. I mean, talked about toxic masculinity and how alpha males are ruining everything. And if we're not careful, we're going to run out of alpha males. You know, because you're seeing right here, I mean, Jimmy Kimmel literally looked like he had that twinkle of tears in his eyes because his feelings were hurt because people are actually exposing Fauci. Elon is actually evening the playing field now. Okay, people are being held responsible. He's exposing all the previous dirt and shit involving Twitter and them trying to hold back Trump and all this other stuff, Hunter Biden, and that hurts their feelings, their little pea-picking feelings. Jimmy Kimmel's been out of shape. His feelings are hurt, and they're panicking. They're losing control now, okay? At least control is starting to even out. And now you notice they're going after Trump, and they've gone after DeSantis a little bit, but Elon's their new target that's got to be stopped. Now, unfortunately for them, Elon has got double middle finger FU money. He's got more money than all these shitheads, and he could buy them if he wanted to. Okay? And of course, that really makes him nervous because it's like, you work for who? Maybe I'll just buy that if I get pissed off enough. He's proven a point. Okay, he's evening the playing field. It's going to be interesting to see how that may affect the next election because they're not going to be able to hide these stories and stay in, you know, these stories stay in on the conservative sites only. It's going to get a lot more traction on Twitter. Twitter was supposed to die when Elon bought it, and it's continuing to grow. All the while, he's getting rid of the spam. Okay, real people are joining Twitter and also probably coming back after if they were conservative, they got run off. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what the deal is, but these people, honest to God, believe Anthony Fauci is some kind of fucking Superman. It's frightening. It truly is. I mean, they had these horrible mask mandates. So much shit involving Fauci and this virus and the lockdowns and the mandates and the vaccines. This is all just going to come to a head at some point. Okay? He may very well at some point end up prosecuted in all this. Never mind, what are we going to find out from the connection of where this bat virus came from, and did Fauci have something to do with that? These leftists are losing their minds because their hero may end up getting held responsible for a lot of this. And look, I've seen it. I've seen it from the Democrats I'm friends with on Facebook. Number one, they're still scared of the pandemic, and I'm in Texas. And number two, they truly believe Fauci is a damn hero. I mean that he has saved this country. Wow. I mean, it's just weird. And this is just to prove a point. This joke right here is the very example of why Jimmy Kimmel has lost over half of his viewers. Between him being bent out of shape, you would have thought, if you'd have watched The Man Show back in 99 when it started, you would have thought Jimmy Kimmel would have been a huge Trump guy. A big Trump fan. You would think Jimmy Kimmel would be, because Joe Rogan was part of that show, by the way. You would think Kimmel would at least be a little bit more like Joe Rogan. You know what? I don't trust a lot of this COVID shit. I'm real skeptical of that. I'm big on my 2A rights. You know, in other words, because Joe is a self-admitted liberal, but there's a lot of conservative belief sets that Joe Rogan has got, whether Joe likes to admit that or not. But you get the point, right? And instead, Jimmy Kimmel has went way off the Hollywood leftist deep end, telling all these cringy jokes that aren't funny, and because of that, he's lost common sense Americans. And he just seems like a bitch, doesn't he? Just a punk-ass bitch now. Wow, they removed his testicles, I'm pretty sure. He turned them in at the door in 2003 is when his show started. And it was pretty good for a little while. And then, yikes, Trump got into office, and Jimmy Kimmel lost his mind, and Howard Stern lost his mind. You would have thought Howard Stern would have loved Donald Trump. No. They all turned in their men cards. They all turned into cowards. It's unbelievable. It truly is. So much for being rebels. I'm a rebel. Yeah, okay. No, you're just another cur, and you're another sheep following the line of the rest of the sheep. Y'all seen that video of them going around in a circle? Peace. I'm out. Till next time.